Hey, cellists, we are live from Cello Guru Central in Alameda, California. Today we are going to talk about vibrato. Woo! So, is that a sore point for you? Vibrato doesn't have to be a sore point. We just got to start talking about it. It's like anything else. Anytime you have worries and concerns about something, just start talking about it. And that's going to help you to get better at it, right? So we're going to do, I think, 4 of these this month. It might be only 3, but I think it's 4. And we are going to do today the Webster Scherzo with vibrato. So if you're in here, let me know who you are because I can't see, and tell me where you are and what the weather is there, because it's always fun for us to see who is here. And also when you comment, it's supposed to be good for something, I don't know what. I guess connecting the community, everybody likes to see who else is here. Right now there's 2 viewers, yay, 2 people trickling in. Vibrato day. Now I think of vibrato as icing on the cake. What do you guys think of vibrato as? Do you have an adjective for what you think vibrato is? Or a phrase, what you want your vibrato to do to your playing? I want my vibrato to make me sing out glorious melody upon the world. That's what I want my vibrato to do. It's going to be the icing on the cake of my glorious melodies, right? So it really is part of our personality, this vibrato, and what vibrato we choose. Now you can make your vibrato, hi Adrian, you can make your vibrato just not think about it and it will be wild like a toddler running around the room. But we don't have to, we can tame it and we can make it sound like we want it to sound instead of it being all out of control all over the place. That's how a lot of people tell me they feel about the vibrato. They're like, I don't know, I just throw my finger down, I don't know what to do. So let's talk about it. As you guys are coming in, let me know who you are. Write your name in here and where you're coming from. Let me know what your feelings are about vibrato in the chat, okay, as we talk about it. Okay, we're going to play Webster Scherzo. We're going to play the middle section of it today. We're going to target a different part of the Suzuki pieces this week with vibrato. I think I put one day that we're going to do the Swan with vibrato. Hi Tracy from Canada. Hello. Nice to see you or to see your chat. Vibrato, Adrian says, vibrato, it says new comments, so I can't see it, Adrian. Vibrato helping make music something. I can't see. How do I get rid of that? Oh, there it is. Vibrato helping make music awesome. Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, so we got the, well, let's just talk about a scale to begin with, okay? So if we're going to do, let's say, just a D scale, we can count our vibrato mathematically. So open string won't be any, right? But let's say we're going to do 8 shakes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? You're going to pin your finger and you're going to shake 8 times. We're going to talk about the 2 different ways that people, I think, approach and teach vibrato. For me, I think it's all the same, pretty much. But if we just pin your finger, you know, and just let it shake a little bit and loosen it, that's one way of approaching vibrato. You're just going to pin it and throw it down and let it shake a little bit. And that's kind of loosening your finger. I don't know if I can do this so you can see it better. It's kind of hard. It's just kind of moving it. And also you can take unanchor your thumb. That might help you do it a little bit. You can goof around with that and see what kind of movement in your hand with your thumb makes it easier to vibrate. And then the other way that we teach vibrato is the famous Suzuki knuckle knocks, which is wrist, right? So that's like, that's how we start teaching vibrato. I'm actually moving my wrist. And then when I put it down, there's a lot of wrist in it. So that's wrist, but your elbow's loose, right? So tell me, guys, which kind of vibrato have you learned? Was it just pinning your finger down and then loosening it so that there's not much movement, or have you been working with the wrist way? I think I get a lot that teachers are afraid to teach vibrato, which is so funny. I mean, as teachers, I guess we feel like we need to know everything, and there's no way we're going to know everything, right? So I find it better just to experiment with you guys, see what you guys think, see what I think, and then we come to some consensus. We did that with bow strokes last month, and it was fascinating and fun, right? And we learned that different people think different ways about different bow strokes, and then we get to formulate what we think, right? So I think vibrato, it's super important if you have any problem to address it, right? That's how it is in life. You don't have to just stay away from it. If you're scared of it and you stay away from it, what's going to happen? You're never going to learn to do it, right? So if your thought is, I'm never going to learn to do it, and then your feeling is you're scared, you stay away from it, you're going to make your thought come true, right? You don't have to. You can think about it and start working on it. So, Adrian, which kind of vibrato were you taught to do? Or do you even think about it? Do you move your wrist? Or do you just pin your finger and let it shake? There's our first note in the Webster Scherzo. Tracy, which one were you taught to do? Write it in the chat. I'm curious. And everybody who's watching this later, write in the chat which one you were taught to do. There's that dumb new comment block again. Well, back in the 60s, who knows? Adrian, what does that mean? Vibrato did not get invented, recently. Wrist and forearm, yeah, or you might not even have thought about it, Some people just do it naturally if you don't think about it, and that's fine too, But there is one way, I remember someone taught my daughter, which was, or maybe I was taught this way, I don't remember, but where you move your hand and then you just gradually pin it, It's like this movement, and then you just gradually keep the same movement, but it gets pinned. Tracy says she was learned to move the arm. So is it Ann or is it Steve? I guess it's Steve. Okay, hi Steve. Hi Steve from Washington. So, the arm, what does that mean? Like, how are you moving the arm, Tracy? I'm like either just really loosening my left hand, loosening your fingers and letting that be really loose, or using a lot of wrist. But if you use arm, David Holmes calls it a throw-up vibrato. He's like, do a really good throw-up vibrato there. Because he's trying to loosen people's vibratos up. A lot of times they're really, really tight. And that's kind of fun. To approach it. So those are just some different ideas about different ways that we may approach vibrato, and I just want you to think about those, right? Okay, so let's do our scale. We're going to do a D scale, and we're going to do 8 shakes per note, and a shake is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a down up is 1 shake, right? You see where we are with that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have you ever measured vibrato before? It can be a mathematical equation. Super fun. My daughter doesn't want to have anything to do with this. She tells me, Mom, no, I'm not measuring my vibrato. That's ridiculous. But I think it's really cool. And it helps your sound. She might listen to me this summer. All right, you ready? We're going to do 1 and 2 and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. It's kind of good to loosen your vibrato up and then tighten it up if you want to. Just do a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Still 8 shakes. Throw your finger on and then let it go. Okay, let's do it again. Ready, go. 1, 2. Do on that. Let me know in the chat. It looks like there are 8 viewers. 5 of you are sculpting in the background. Write down who you are and where you're coming to us from. Okay? So if you did 8, you could do 12. And what would you have to change in your hand to make your vibrato a little bit tighter and a little bit faster? It doesn't necessarily have to be tighter to be faster, you know. It can be wide and be fast because it has to do with how yeah, challenging, right, Adrian? It's interesting. It has to do with how loose you are, right? So pinning that finger, relaxing your shoulder and your whole arm weight, and it also helps me to like throw it down, you know, like it's a super ball. Remember super balls? Or just like a bouncing ball, playground ball, you know, you throw it and it bounces, and then gradually it makes all these little faster bounces, right? You throw it on, it gets the, I don't know what it's called, the centrifugal force or something like that. That's 12, right? So you can do 6. So if your beat is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can divide the beat up into 4, 6, 8, 12, just like our Galamian rhythms. It's really very interesting. So let's see. We're going to do that, and then we're going to play the Scherzo, okay? Okay, so let's do that. We're going to do half notes, 4, 6, and 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do half notes, 6 per quarter note, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's your choice. I mean, how wide do you want it? Do you like it narrow? I like that sound. Do you like it wider? Depends on the emotion and the piece that you're trying to portray, right? It's going to be a different feeling when your vibrato is really wide. Like think Jacqueline Dupre in the Elgar Concerto, right? Really wide is going to be a different feeling. It's going to be a little bit more intense and crazy, right? And narrower is less intense, but it's beautiful. And then, of course, you don't have to put any vibrato on at all, or minimum vibrato we use in Baroque music all the time, just a little bit of vibrato. Even none can be flat, but then that's not part of the vibrato video. I guess it is. I guess no vibrato is important too. Okay? So we did 4, we did 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's do 8 per beat. So if we're doing half notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Twice. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, what do you have have to do to make it be that fast. Maybe you have to make it a smaller movement, although you can do it really wide. You know, I can do it wide or narrow. It's really important where your elbow is, where your thumb is. What happens when you take your thumb off? Ooh, it's easier for me when I take my thumb off. Depends on what finger you're on though, right? So you want to goof around with those things, and also which part of your thumb is going to nail it. Like for me, I'm hitting right there on my thumb. But for you, you can try it in different spots. People do different things like this too. They put their fingers together sometimes. That makes a big difference if they're apart or if they're together. Sometimes you can make a lot more concentrated sound when your fingers are together. Hi, Steve. Teachers never taught. It's Steve. You mean Steve? You mean the Steve? No. Steve from Washington. That's not the Summer Sizzle Steve. Okay. Hi, Steve. Steve says, teachers never taught, but I use sticking finger with arm vibrato. You guys got to tell me what arm vibrato means. Because I'm talking wrist and stick the finger and just let it like loosen up. Your finger loosens up. So I don't really know what arm vibrato means. Now we're going to use all of it, right? Your arm has to twist, but that's your wrist mostly, right? Everything has to be relaxed. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry, guys. But you can really tighten it up. Oh, about the fingers together. So experiment with putting your fingers together and bringing your elbow back. You can make it really concentrated that way. Everybody has their own way that they like to do things. It's worth taking time and thinking about. Adrian says forearm. Yeah, okay, forearm. Yeah, not the back. Forearm. Okay, so now let's do the scherzo, okay? Because that's what I promised we were going to do today. So I'm going to identify which vibrato I want to use on this. This is a very romantic section. I want a wild, fun vibrato on this because we've just been going, right? And we've gone all that craziness. Now we're going to make a big romantic statement. So you get to choose what vibrato you want, how tight you want it, right? You don't want to just do something that you're not thinking about. You want to consciously, that's why we want to practice it on scales and stuff like that. So I'm going to do 8 per half note. So that's 4 per quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba, da, da, da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to do it wide because I love a romantic vibrato. You want to do it with me? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Section. I was working with Yana yesterday in Westchester, and we decided, and also with Lindsay today in Utah, we decided that we want to connect. This has to be really, really legato, right? So we want to connect like the second bar. We want to connect the notes, and you want to do spider crawl with your fingers. So put 1 down after, don't pick up 4 until you have to. You want to transfer weight from 4 to 1, because if you go and pick your 4th finger up, you're not going to be able to slur it, right? So you want to slur it, keep the bow moving, keep fourth finger down, transfer weight to first finger. When you put your bow over there, then that's when you want to lift fourth finger up. Okay, and then I noticed something in playing this. You guys tell me how your vibrato was on that. Were you able to do 4 per quarter note, 8 per half note? And was it wide and beautiful and romantic? Doesn't have to be. You get to choose, right? You could do it thin. I can't do that well. You can probably do it better than me if you like it. But I noticed something. There's always one finger that's better for us. So I want you to experiment. Actually, my fourth finger, which would seem to be the hardest because it's little, gets the best vibrato. Out of those, I put 3 and 4 down together because Pinky can't do it alone. So it's always like at least 3 and 4 down together. But I noticed when I was playing this piece that I got a really sweet vibrato on this note. I don't know why. There's just something really good about that vibrato. That's like the bomb vibrato for me. Really easy, really smooth, really milky. So I'm going to try to learn from that finger. What is it that I like about that finger? How is my hand positioned? What am I doing there that makes it easy and good? And then I'm going to try to do it on my other finger that is not as good. So you can always learn from yourself. Find a place where it's easy for you and then study what you're doing there and why is it easier? Where's your arm, you know? Are all your fingers down? And I know your fingers can't be down here, but maybe your elbow's up a little higher or something like that. I remember this used to be my favorite note. I mean, that harmonic A. Because for me, when I angle my finger back a little bit, it helps. And not just wildly going on both sides of the note, you know. It's kind of an interesting study. Okay, let's place the middle part of Scherzo once again, and then we'll be done for today, okay? Remember, connect your notes, transfer your weight from one finger to the next, but don't pick your finger up until you have to, okay? Because it'll cut up the sound, and we want to be super smooth and super connected in this Webster Scherzo. Okay, you ready? Here's how the background goes. You ready? So that's kind of like 1 and 2 and. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna give the intro. Here I go. Go. Nice vibrato. I made a mistake in there, so I want one more chance to play it with you. And I was going to mention that one of the things in here that's hard is hitting that A, right? What can we think of? Shift up a whole step. Mine's always flat. Slam your finger down. That one's hard. And then bar 53. That note, we got to make sure, and I'm guilty, but this time through I'm going to make sure that my G is the same as it's always been when we started this piece. Like in the second bar, there's a G. We got to get back to that exact same G, okay? Let's try this again. I'm going to give 4-bar intro, 2 beats each bar, right? So it's like 2, 3, 1, and ready, go. Nice. How'd you guys do? Write in the chat, guys, how you did. If you have any questions about that, let me know. You guys who are watching later, if you have any questions, let me know. I hit my G better that time. I hope you guys did too. You guys can check into, I think the positions video, we might have done this part too. Figure out which positions we're in on this. But, I hope you guys are having fun playing this vibrato video, and we're going to do 3 more of these this month, so I'm looking forward to that. One of them will be the Swan. One of them will just be a book 1 piece, because it's really good to play easier pieces when you're working on vibrato. Because if you have a lot of hard things in your piece, you can't concentrate on vibrato, right? Adrian! Adrian's my biggest fan. Adrian, you get a sticker for the biggest fan award. Adrian says, great lesson. I guess you guys can see that. Tracy says, well, it is getting better. Good. Good, Tracy. You guys can, play your vibrato and put a video of it in Cello Nation. Everyone would be happy to be doing it. You guys are the people that are here. So you guys get a marching band from me. All of us are working on stuff, and we just keep working on it. We're all trying to get better, right? We're all cellists. We're all connected. So it's cool that we're here together working, and you guys later put in the comments if you're watching it later, if you're enjoying it, if it's helping you, or your ideas about vibrato, okay? All right, guys, over and out. I have a bunch of work to do today, but I also want to practice. I'm practicing the Bach 4th Suite, which is a killer, and I love it. And I'm going to practice it, and I'm going to practice Galamian. I always do Galamian, which is just scales and rhythms to get better. I always do some Bach, I always do a piece, and then I always do it improv. Maybe I do 3 out of 4 of those every day. And I always write down on Sunday what I'm going to practice every day. So that keeps me connected to what I want to do. And I suggest you do that too, okay? Okay, guys, we will see you in Cello Nation and other places. Oh, I wanted to mention that I'm having a cello summit. It is a Wednesday afternoon class. Wednesday, I think it's July 27th at 11 a.m. PDT, okay, 11 a.m. PDT. And you'll be able to watch it later too if you can't come to it. And we're going to talk about how to fall in love with your cello all over again. That's going to be the topic for the next few months. So come on in there, we'll play a Celtic tune in that cello summit. I'm not sure which one yet. It's going to be fun though, right on your calendar. Wednesday, July 27th, 11 a.m. PDT, I'll be able to see you guys. We can talk that way. Okay? All right. Bye, everyone. Cello Guru, over and out. You'll be able to register for that summit. I think I'll put something out today. for that. Okay? So watch for it. Okay, bye now. Cello Guru, over and out.